Hi class, today we are going to learn about frequency tables and cumulative frequency tables, and then we're going to learn to interpret frequency tables. So a frequency table is just a way to organize data into categories or groups. Remember that frequency means how often something occurs, so the number of times something occurs. So these are all examples of different frequency tables. So let's say I have a group of people and I want to know their ages. So there are 3 people that are between the ages of 0 to 9 years old in this data set. Okay, so 0 to 9, the age occurs 3 times. There are 4 people between the ages of 10 to 19, 15 between 20 and 29, so on and so forth. If we look at this, there are 25 size smalls, 38 size mediums. This here is talking about the number of siblings and the frequency, how often it occurs. Okay, these are all frequency tables. So we're going to create a frequency table from the data set below. It says how many pets each student in math class has, and you're going to create it. So for 0 pets, I'm going to go through and count how many zeros I have. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 zeros. All right. Then for 1, I'm going to do the same thing. I have 1, 2. All right. Then for 2, I'll do the same thing. I go through and count how many 2s I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. For 3, I'm going to go through and count how many 3s I have. 1, 2. I have 2 3s. Okay, how many 4s do I have? I have 0 4s. Okay. How many 5s do I have? I have 1 5 and I have 1 6. Okay, this is how I create a frequency table. Sometimes it might say like 0 to 2, 3 to 4. So a lot of times that's how we view frequency tables. So we're going to look at a few examples and then answer questions on them. It says, what was the most frequent essay score? So frequent. Okay, so here are my essay scores. It starts with a 1, that's the lowest score you can have, and 6 is the greatest. These are the number of students that scored this score. So 0 students scored a 1 on the essay. 1 student scored a 2. 4 students scored a 3. Okay, so I want to know the most frequent. So that's the mode. Mode is most frequent. And that here is 4 students scored a 3. So the mode is 3. This is the score that occurred the most. Okay. So some of you might say it's 4. Be careful. 4 students scored 3. So 3 is the mode. What is the range of the data set? Okay, well, let's talk about it. Sometimes students accidentally find the range of the frequency. Remember, this is how often these numbers occur. So the score ranges from a 1 to a 6. So that's 6 minus 1, which is 5. So the range is 5. What is the mode? Again, it's the number that occurs the most often, and that is 3. Okay, 3 occurs the most. So if I were to list this data set out, there is 0 1s. There's 1 2. There are 4 3s. There are 3 4s. There are 2 5s. And then there's 1 6. Okay, so again, this is just saying how many of these numbers there are, how often that occurs. So the mode here, the number that occurs the most, is 3. So how it occurs 4 times. Okay, so if you're not sure, you can always list the numbers out. All right, so that is the mode of the data set. how many people are represented in the table. So to find this, we then have to add up the frequency. So there are 3 people ages 0 to 9, 4 people ages 10 to 19, 15 from 20 to 29, 12 from 30 to 39, 8 from 40 to 49, and 2 between 50 and 59. So to find out how many people were surveyed here, it's 3 plus 4 plus 15 plus 12 plus 8 plus 2. I'm just going to pick up my calculator and go ahead and do that. And you get 44. So there are 44 people in this data set. How many people are under the age of 20? So here's 20, and I want to know how many are under the age of 20. And that's 4 plus 3, which is 7. So 7 people are under the age of 20. How many people have 2 siblings? So just 2. That's 7. 7 people have 2 siblings. Okay. List the data values in order from least to greatest. Okay, well, we can do that. There are 3 zeros. There's 5 ones. 2. There are 7 twos. There are 4 threes. There's 0 fours and 1 5. So that's how I would list a data set in order from least to greatest. Okay. Now I want to find the median. So to find the median of this data set, you always have to list the numbers in order from least to greatest, which is what we just did in the last slide. And then I find the median, okay? And to find the median, again, that's the middle. So you have to cross off from left to right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, well, there's 2 numbers in the middle, but it's the average of 2 and 2, so that is 2. So the median here is 2. All right, what is the mode, the number that occurs the most? So this here has a frequency of 7. That means there are 7 twos, therefore the mode is 2. 2 occurs the most often in this data set. What is the range? Again, a common misconception is students find the range of the frequency. Remember, that's not the data set. This is the data set. There are 3 zeros. So in the data set, it's 0, 0, 0. There's 5 ones, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. There's 7 twos, so on and so forth. So the range is your smallest sibling and your largest sibling. So 5 minus 0, which is 5. How many people have more than 2 siblings? So here's 2. I want to know more than 2. So that is here, these. So 4 plus 1 is 5. So 5 students have more than 2 siblings. How many people have 3 or more siblings? So 3 or more. So that is including 3. 3 or more. So that's 4 plus 1, which equals 5. All right, the last thing we're going to learn is cumulative frequency. So a cumulative frequency is just a frequency table with an additional column that accumulates. So you just keep a running total of the frequencies in each category. And again, frequency means how many times something occurs. So here, first, you're given a data set, and it shows the average high temperatures for 20 cities on one February day. You're going to make a cumulative frequency table. So first, you're going to take all these data set, and you're going to put it into a frequency table. Now this one has intervals, which these are good frequency tables that we like. We're going to find out how many numbers range between 0 and 19. So let's go ahead and count that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to put the frequency here as 7. So that starts 7. So far there are 7 total numbers in our data set. Okay. All right, now 20 to 29. or 39, 20 to 39. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 numbers, temperatures, between 20 and 39. Okay, so 7 numbers are listed here, plus 5 more is 12. So it's accumulating. So we're just adding these all the way down. Okay, now from 40 to 59. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 temperatures between 40 and 59. Now we have to do 12 plus 5, which is 17. Okay, then 60 to 79. 1, 2, 3. And you add 17 plus 3 more temperatures. At the end, you should have the total amount of temperatures. And it says there's 20 cities. There are 20 here. Okay? And again, this just shows you how to do it again. So there's 7. 7 plus 5 more is 12. 12 plus 5 more is 17. 17 plus 3 more is 20. So you're just accumulating, and it'll tell you how many numbers are in that data set at the end. All right, what I'd like you guys to do now is go ahead to Schoology and complete your assignment on frequency tables. I hope you guys are doing well. Take care.